Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit different actually. It's one I've never tried filming before. So this is going to be a wish list video. So some of you requested this when I asked for kind of new video ideas outside of hauls, and some of you said a wish list, so I'm here filming that today. Do let me know what you think of this, if it's interesting, if it's not, because obviously I don't have anything to show you. I will be putting up photos on the screen of what I'm talking about. If you like this video, do consider subscribing, and I will get straight into the video now. So I always keep a wish list, and I now keep it in this really cool book from Spooky Box. So this is the notebook I keep it in, and it's the one from the Mean Ghouls box. I actually got this on Depop because I didn't get that box and I was jealous because this notebook is so nice. So I do keep my wish list in here. I actually categorize it, so I've got like the clothing section, shoes, accessories, and like home decor / others. So that's what I'm going to be going through today. Do let me know if any of these are on your wish list throughout this video, and also what's on your wish list, like your top 3 things maybe. Also, this video might help with talking myself out of some of the stuff. Haven't thought about that. But I will go through the clothing items that I'm after first, and some of these aren't actually on here because Disturbia has just released some new stuff, and so has Killstar, so I'll be adding to it as well. Anyway, the first one on my clothing wish list is Killstar suspender skirt. This is the one that kind of like goes like suspenders over your shoulders, and it's kind of high-waisted with a zip. It went out of stock for such a long time, and I felt like it would look so nice with like these kind of striped tops. It's just whether I need another kind of plainish skirt. It is quite different to the skirts I have, but I do have quite a lot of like black skater skirts, velvet skater skirts in that style, so I'm a bit on the fence about that one. And also, just because it's back in stock means like you can't get a sale off of it. But that's the first one on the list. The next two I absolutely love the print of, and it's the Killstar Bad to the Bone top and the Killstar Bad to the Bone dress. So the top is kind of, it's a really nice flattering fit from the looks of it. It's kind of like a square neckline with short sleeves, kind of fitted black with all these skull and crossbones on. And something you may, I don't think you'd know about me, is I used to be obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean. Anything piratey, I was literally obsessed. I had this huge obsession with Pirates of the Caribbean, so I kind of like the idea of having like a piratey goth outfit, so that does appeal to me. So when they released that collection, I just loved the print straight away. I don't actually have too many things with skulls on. I do have that one dress from Disturbia that's kind of like a smock dress, but apart from that I don't think I own any other things with skulls on. So really love that top, and also the dress I just think looks gorgeous. It's like a halter neck that ties at the back, again kind of like that skater style fit. Don't know if I need both of them, but I feel like the top would work really well with the skirts that I have, but the dress is gorgeous. And I would pair them with the hot chocolate design drugstore shoes, because on one side of the shoe it's got skull and crossbones, and I do have skull jewellery, so I just feel like it would make such a nice outfit. So those two are also on the list, along with the Killstar Poisoned Mind socks. So these socks were actually released at the same time as those, and they're basically these really nice black kind of ankle socks with frills, but they've got a white embroidered skull and crossbones. So obviously those with the drugstore shoes with the matching dress top, so they're also on my list. Like all 3 of those from the collection I just loved. One thing that's not on the list, but it's also Killstar, as I've been talking about Killstar for a while, they released this stripes collection, and everyone on the Killstar group was just hating on it. They were like, oh, it's so boring, but I really liked it. I mean, there's definitely some pieces there, like the kind of layered pieces, like the hoodies, that I wouldn't really go for, but they finally brought out purple and black stripes, which me and Arinthia were just like about, because we've been after black and purple stripes for such a long time. So the item on the wish list is, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like the kind of simplistic black and purple striped long sleeve top, kind of like this, but I think the material is cotton, so it's not as like fitting as these. But I do have the black and red one, the black and white one, and then the ones with the zip in black and orange and black and grey. So I've really been after a black and purple, and also black and green, which hopefully they'll release later on. But that's definitely on my wish list. And then we move on to the Disturbia side of the clothing. So one top that I just loved immediately before it even came out, because it was like on the skirt photo, is the Disturbia Mourning ruffle top. This is like a mesh top with like stripes down it. It's completely see-through, so I'd have to get like a top to wear underneath it. It's long sleeved, but then kind of where the elbows are and also the wrists, it has these ruffles, which really reminds me of the clothing brand Heavy Red, kind of very Alicey doll-like. So it really appealed to me, and I felt like that with the Killstar, like the black velvet skirt with the upside down crosses that I have, like I feel like those two would go so well together. Unfortunately, it's sold out really quickly, so I'm waiting for that to get back in stock, because I really like that one, and it's something completely different that I don't own. The next thing that I'm again on the fence about is the Disturbia Beetle shorts. So these are quite simplistic but statementy black and white shorts. They're kind of like thicker stripes. I used to own some black and white ones from H&M, but they got too tight, so I don't really have any black and white striped shorts, and I really like the effect of them. It's just because they're £33, it's whether I'd get the value out of that, because I tend to wear dresses and skirts like always. Shorts for me are not something I go to wear, but then in the summer paired with some like black and white tops, I feel like that would be such a nice outfit. So I really like them. It's just whether I could justify the price for how much wear I'd actually get out of them. But as shorts, I think they're really nice. And something again that's not on the list is I'm between the Disturbia, is it Ghost Story, where it's like a black top and then it's got this like small embroidered kind of house or a forest. There's some imagery and it says a ghost story, but they have the bodysuit version, which is really nice long sleeved, but it's a bodysuit, and I just don't like bodysuits. But I like the long sleeve version, but then I feel like the crop top would look so good with the shorts. When it originally came out, I thought it was like an average length top, so I got really excited, and then I found out it was a crop top, so I'm just like, I'm probably leaning more towards the crop top, but maybe get it in a bigger size, because I want it to be kind of like an average length, or just something I could wear that covers like a high-waisted skirt or a high-waisted pair of shorts, so like none of my stomach showing. So again, that's something on the list. And the last clothing item that I'm actually crossing off the list is the Disturbia fleece hoodie. Now this was I think it's the hemlock fleece hoodie, and when it came out I was like, oh my gosh, that is the coziest thing ever. Like, it looks so fleecy, and it's like a nice black hoodie with this grey fleece inside, and it's got kind of these poisonous flowers embroidered on the side with these fairies. It just looks so cute, but the sizing of that is ridiculous. Like, my friend, who's also kind of the same size as me, she got a 6, I believe, because it came up like really oversized, and then she sent it back immediately because it was so oversized. And I heard that some people who would usually get like a much bigger size have got away with the 6, so it's definitely an oversized piece. So for that reason, I'm crossing it off the list, because even if I got it in the smallest size, it would just swamp me and just not look good at all. So that's being crossed off the list. So those are all the clothing pieces on my wish list. I don't think I've missed anything out. Mostly I like Killstar and Disturbia clothing, to be honest. Trying not to look at high street clothing too much, because I end up buying a lot of what I have, so I'm trying not to look at that. And also the sales drag me in for high street clothing, as well as the Killstar and Disturbia stuff, so I'm trying to focus on the pieces that are really unique and different to what I already own. So moving on to shoes, there's only, well, I say there's one pair of shoes. There is 2, but one of them hasn't been released yet. So I keep saying that the last pair of shoes on my wish list is going to be the last, and that's a lie if you're a shoe addict. I said the last pair of shoes that I wanted were the hot chocolate design dark tattoo shoes. I have them. I'm going to wear them today because they suit the red and black theme. I love them. And then Hot Chocolate Design go and bring out a pair of devil heels. I am not a pink person. Like I have one thing with pink on and it's got bats on and I hardly wear it. But these shoes are stunning. Like, they're a high heel shoe. It's got the flame devil effect that goes from pink to red, and then it's got these kind of pin-up devil girls, and I love them and they're so cute. I said one of them hadn't been released. They both haven't been released, but I've seen pictures of them, so I'm kind of waiting. But I think they're so pretty and they're so cute and different, again, for what I own. And the other pair that aren't on here, because I'm trying to say to myself that I don't need them, Disturbia brought out their new spring collection literally yesterday, and they also had another collection, but in some of these shoots of like the skirts, this model was wearing these shoes and loads of people spotted them in the Disturbia group and were going crazy. So they're basically these platform Mary Jane style shoes, I guess. They have the strap. They're quite simplistic, but the heel is probably about this high and it's metal, and it's like a platform, I guess, because there's not much heel to them, and they just look so pretty. They kind of remind me of a mix between New Rock and Demonia. They kind of have that Demonia look to them with like the platform Mary Janes, but then they've got the metal on. So really like those. The only thing concerning me is I know they're going to be made out of fake leather, and I believe they're going to be quite expensive. They'll probably be about 80 maybe, because they're just, as I said, metal and like the platform and everything. If they ever had a sale, maybe I'd consider it. They're just really pretty. So those are the two pairs of shoes on my wish list. And going back to that dress that I just thought about, Killstar used to have this purple tie-dye baby doll dress with this white collar. I had that dress, absolutely loved it, but it got too short for me. It was always quite a short dress, so I couldn't really bend over in it or anything, so I did end up selling it, and I was quite sad about that because I did really like that dress. And then Disturbia go and bring out a dress in, I believe, the same print, but it's not the same style. It's more like a skater smock dress with that tie-dye effect, but it's got kind of like a crew neckline, so no collar. The only thing I don't like is it's got this kind of O-ring piercing that looks like a septum piercing. Not too fussed on that because it would get in the way of jewellery, so I do like the dress and it's going on the wish list. It's one I really liked when it came out, but I don't love it as much as the Bad to the Bone collection or the Mourning ruffle tops. I will go through accessories quite quickly because they're not too exciting, maybe the first couple. So for accessories, the first one on the list is a bright red lipstick. So I have this one, which is called Voyager, and it's a really beautiful, deep, vampy red, I'd say. Like, it matches this top perfectly. It's the only red lipstick I own, actually, because I went off wearing red lipstick after I wore a shade that was way too light, and it just didn't look good. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I can't wear red lipstick ever again. And then I found that the deeper colours kind of suited me. But I do have some pieces of clothing that are quite a bright red, like this lipstick. Like, it's not the same colour, even like the ring. I don't know if you can see that. Like, this is very bright red and this is a very deep red, so I'm after kind of a middle red that's still kind of dark, but this kind of colour that matches the nail polish. So I haven't found the exact one. I know I'd like it to be a Maybelline one because they stay on really well, but I'm just kind of deciding between the colours, but that's on my wish list. It's the only makeup item, actually, that's on my wish list. I tend to be a bit boring when it comes to makeup. I have some eyeshadow palettes that sometimes I use. I don't really tend to be obsessed with getting like the latest makeup, which I guess is a good thing, because if I was obsessed with makeup as well as clothes, shoes, home decor, art prints, crystals, it'd be a problem. The second one is a replacement choker of this. This is one of my favourite chokers. It goes with every single outfit, so it's the one I wear the most. However, it is fake leather, it's quite flimsy, it is cheap, and I really like how comfortable it is, but it gets kind of grubby, especially if I wear, like, say, perfume. I never wear perfume, like body sprays or anything. It just gets a bit under there, so I do need to replace that soon. The third one is the Killstar vampire slippers. So where is it? So basically this on slippers, it's sold out when I decided I wanted it and it hasn't come back in stock since. So again, waiting on these because who doesn't want this on a slipper? And the last two items in accessories are some tights. Now SNAG tights recently released some black and red tights and black and white tights, both £10 each. I've been wanting some black and red tights for a long time, but the only thing about them is the stripes are quite thin, and a lot of my stripes are quite thick. So I am really after those. I actually messaged the people to find out about sizing because I was a bit confused. The only thing that concerns me is, again, they're £10 for a pair of tights, which is probably not a lot to some people, but I'm used to buying Primark tights. So it would be the most I've ever spent on tights, and I'm a bit concerned about the sizing because you can't return them, which I do understand, but it's just like, then I've wasted £10. So they're on my list. I do intend to get them, hopefully before they sell out, because I really, especially the black and white ones, like I've been wanting a nice quality pair of those for such a long time. So those are the last ones on the accessories. And then the last category is home decor / other. So these are kind of the things that don't fit in the other categories, I guess. So the first one is Creepies, like characters. So there's 3 I'm after. The first one is Jack Skellington, which I've talked about in 2 videos. Also Grim Creeper and Baby Goyle. So again, I'll put some photos on the screen, but Creepies make these little characters and they're so cute. I think they're literally adorable. They sit on my little table there. But I've wanted the Jack Skellington for probably a year, so I should just get it. And also Grim Creeper and the Baby Gargoyle, I just think they're so cute. So they're on my wish list. Something really random, the Forever Song book is on my wish list. You're probably not interested in that at all, but I started a series. The 3rd book wasn't out, so I forgot about it. And now I'm like, oh, the book was out. So it's on my wish list to get. I've been so bad at reading so far. I did a 2021 goals video too. If you're interested, I'll link it in the eye. But in that video, I said I wanted to read 10 books in the year. So far, I've read that. I mean, that's not good, is it? Like literally this, From the Madness Underneath. So I've got a 1/3 of a book so far and we're nearly in April. So maybe I'll read more in the summer. Maybe that will redeem myself. So anyway, after that book, I put wax melts from Melts and Felts, but I actually have the scents now that I wanted to try. I wanted to try rhubarb and custard, hot cross buns, bubblegum, and white chocolate and raspberry. So I have all those scents apart from strawberries and cream now, so I can probably tick that off. There's this devil ghost pin that I like on Etsy. I can't remember the seller, but again, I'll put it on the screen and I just think it's really cute. So I'd like a devil ghost pin. And the last thing on my wish list is the weekly planner from So Haunting. I did a kind of stationery haul. Not sure if it will be up. Maybe it will be, but if it is, I will link it in the eye for you. But I got their kind of ghost memo pad and it's so nice. And they also brought out a weekly planner. The only thing stopping me from buying it is I already have a weekly planner that I really like, and I'm really struggling at the moment to use my planner. But my planner is mainly for if I'm going out and I want my stuff there, so if I make plans or something, I don't know. I mean, that's not happening at the moment, is it? So I use my Sarah Scribbles weekly planner, and that works for me along with the to-do list. So at the moment I've got like my weekly planner with all the jobs I do each day, with my normal planner that's feeling left out, and then my like A4 to-do list with my list of things to film. So those are my main things on my table. So I'm already not using my planner, so to have another weekly planner, I don't know if I need it right now, but I really love the design because it's ghosts. Those are all of the things on my wish list. So as I said, maybe this video is interesting, maybe it's not. Do let me know in the comments below. Let me know if any of these are on your wish list, and as I said, name your top 3 things on your wish list. So I do hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Do give it a like if you did enjoy it, and remember to press the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video. And as I said at the very beginning of the video, do subscribe if you like these types of videos. If you didn't like this, I do other things too. But hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.